What's good, everybody? Man, I hope y'all enjoying this Saturday morning. Uh, it's getting closer and closer to fight time. Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford, or Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence, however you want to say it. But we about to have a great and exciting fight. You know what I'm saying? So, man, y'all tune in this morning. I'm going to be talking to a few different people and just getting their take on the fight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we hear from the experts, or the so-called experts, you know what I'm saying, on what they think. But we got boxing fans out here that really know boxing. You know what I'm saying? That being me. I'm a fan of boxing, a student of the sport, and I really know boxing. So I'm going to get a few people in here, man. I'm trying to get Mr. Hatch Scott in here this morning and get his thoughts on the upcoming fight and just see what he thinks. So y'all just give me 1 second, please. Bear with me. Yeah, man. I already got my tickets, Airbnb, me, my girl, my brother, sister. We all going to the festivities in Las Vegas. We're going to enjoy this fight. What's good this morning, cuz?
What's going on, cuz? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm outside, but I might have to go inside because somebody want to start their lawnmower up now. They knew I was finna do this video. So all of a sudden, man, they didn't cut their lawnmower in. So, man, hold on 1 second. I'm going to step inside, man. Because
All right,
I don't need no bunch of distractions going on right here.
that's right.
Let me step inside, man, because too much noise. You know what I'm saying? We got this upcoming fight, man. I know you're a big boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is to be in the ring like I do. You know what I'm saying? You had your shot. You know what I'm saying? You went in there, done your amateur thing, man. And, you know, a lot of times we hear from the so-called experts. But what I say is this right here. Being an expert of boxing is just, you got people talk about boxing all the time that's never even been in the ring. And,
Right.
you know, I feel like we both experts. We know enough about boxing. We've studied boxing, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, we've been in the ring, so we can talk the sport.
Right.
So on this upcoming fight, I really wanted to get you and your wife in here this morning. You said she's incapacitated, you know what I'm saying? But I know you're going for Errol Spence and she's going for Terrence Crawford. So, man, I
Yeah.
know right now there's a big uproar in the household, man.
Hey, it's wild. Father-in-law too, both of them.
Man,
But see, I
man,
think to me, you really can't call this no 50. I don't think this is a 50-50 fight. And that's one thing we be arguing about. Who have Earl fought? Who have Crawford fought? Earl had to fight somebody to get all three belts.
definitely.
Now you fighting the same people. You fighting the same people 4 or 5 years away. You can't compare them. I don't think so. I don't think you can compare any of that. Earl is a different fighter. He a nice
Right.
southpaw, and he ain't gonna be able to take them punches.
Right. I agree with you. I was saying something Crawford said Crawford and his team have been banking on saying this right here. They've been saying for a minute that well, we fought Kell Brook and we done this, and we fought Sean Porter and we done this. But if you try to use that analogy, why don't they talk about how Earl Spence dominated you guys and Terrence Crawford lost to you guys in the amateurs? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It can't go one way, you know what I'm saying? It has to go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that fights, you know what I'm saying, styles make fights. And if you look at the Sean Porter fight, Sean Porter dad said he wasn't the same fighter. He was already mentally clocked out.
Right.
And Kell Brook had fought, Kell Brook fought Terrence Crawford 3 years later and had 2 broken eye sockets, you know what I'm saying, when he fought Terrence Crawford. So I don't want to compare those fights. I don't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? I want to tell the truth and say that I'm basing it off what I see. Tim Bradley has said that Earl Spence needs to be patient, but I believe that Earl Spence needs to, do what he does best. What do you think Earl needs to do in the ring to get this victory?
To me, man, I heard Crawford say about if he step out of line, you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be 11. And he already said he's gonna step out of line. I don't really think that he can be. I think his body ain't gonna be broken up, man. He can't. Ain't no way. You see how much stuff he done been through? The wreck. He had surgery on his eye. Okay, Crawford, he's been shot in the head.
Yeah.
Both of them got skills. They powerful, but he just now moving up at 147. Errol Spence been at 147.
Right.
He never went down. Only thing he can do is go up.
Yeah.
And Crawford about to feel it.
Yeah. Earl's definitely gonna be the bigger man on the night of the fight. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no doubt about that. But I tell people this right here. Size to me is gonna play a factor, but also, even though you got size, you gotta also have skills. And Earl Spence has skills, and that's what people keep overlooking. They just want to keep them, they focus on the size. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But people are not looking at the fact that Earl Spence, when he fought Mikey Garcia, he boxed him. When he fought Sean Porter, he beat him at his own style. You know what I'm saying? When you see Earl Spence in these different fights, Danny Garcia, who's a great counter puncher, which is the same thing Terrence Crawford is, you seen what he done with him. So Earl has many different styles. He just not he don't fight just one way as people try to say. If you know boxing and you really pay attention, you can see the different styles. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about him that's always gonna be there is the pressure. He's gonna put pressure on you. So that's
Right.
what really happens. That's what people look at. They see the pressure and how many punches he lets go, but they're not watching the angles, the moves, the way he cuts off the ring, which he's great at cutting the ring off. You're not gonna be people talking about Terrence Crawford's gonna be able to box and stay on the outside. Well, it's gonna be hard to do when you're fighting somebody who's taller than you, has a longer reach than you. So I don't know
Right.
how he stays on the outside. And we know what happens when they come inside. They're gonna mix it up. And Earl, he goes to the body. I haven't really seen Terrence Crawford go to the body like that. So I don't know if he's gonna be able to change up what he does, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
in one fight. That's what a lot of people banking on. Do you think with this fight, what do you see the winner doing? We know there's a rematch clause, but if Earl wins this fight, you know what I'm saying, and it's a rematch, just say it is a rematch. Well, no, we're gonna cut the rematch out. What would you like to see Earl do next if he gets his victory?
I think he need to go up. I think he need to go up. I think the Chandler brothers need to go up because they got the belts. So if he stay there, Earl Spence, he don't care if we're friends or not.
You're right.
He coming for them belts. You know what I mean? So I think Crawford, I wouldn't take a rematch. I wouldn't take it. Just go on, keep moving. You'll get them belts back because he's gonna have to drop them weights to go up.
Right.
I'm pretty sure
I think
he will get it back though.
Yeah, I believe that Spence, the Jermell Charlo has stated, and this is what I look at. There's a reason for this. Jermell Charlo keeps saying, I'm not going to fight Spence, I'm not going to fight Spence. But when you hear Spence talk, if you're standing in his way and you got the belts, he's willing to fight, you know what I'm saying, Jermell Charlo. So that tells me how sparring usually goes between them two. I tell people you can get a whole lot out of what somebody say.
Right.
So it lets me know. And then I heard Jermell Charlo say the other day that Spence has hit him harder than anybody else. So that lets me know, you know what I'm saying, Spence can crack. Now, I know Terrence Crawford can punch. We've seen him, get a lot of people out of there. But I keep telling people, as you go up in competition, it seems like the chin also gets better. When they're fighting them calf drivers, for some reason, none of them got chins.
No.
They all go to bed early. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get a calf driver out of there. But when you start fighting the likes of the Jerron Boots Ennis's, the Virgil Ortiz's, the Terrence Crawfords, or the Earl Spence, the Sean Porters, you're not going to get them out of there like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take accumulation of punches. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a lot. And I'm thinking that Jermell Charlo, he got that upcoming fight with Canelo Alvarez. How do you see that fight playing out?
Hey, that's a 50-50 fight right there.
Yeah.
But if he come with his power, if Charlo come with his power, I think he can get Canelo out of there. I think this is the fight that's going to retire Canelo.
Yeah. Hey, it's crazy. He got a 3-fight deal with PBC. And like I told somebody, I think this is all about a money grab now.
Yeah.
We know Canelo got money, but I'm saying that he's at the end of his career, he's gonna make as much as he can make. And it's really like a changing of the guard. Right. I mean, if you can beat me, then you know what I'm saying, now you the king. So that's what I think Canelo, I don't even think David Benavidez is gonna get an opportunity to fight Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Because I got Jermell Charlo beating him, and you know what I'm saying, I don't know who would beat next. And I feel like this: if Canelo was to beat Jermell Charlo, I think he would fight Jermell, then maybe David Morrell, maybe, and then the Earl Spence fight. I would see him fighting Earl Spence, you know what I'm saying, at the last of that contract. But a lot of people, I was listening to Clarissa Shields say something, and I'm a big fan of Clarissa Shields, but I sometimes don't like the things she says. And she was saying she don't like this fight because it's the smaller Charlo. But what she failed to realize is Canelo started off at 147.
Yeah.
Jermell Charlo is a big guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not small. He's around 5'11" to 6 foot. You know, he walks around at about 180. That's his walk around weight. So Canelo's not going to have a size advantage.
No.
And we know Jermell Charlo has the reach. So, you know, when she said that, I really don't know where she was coming from. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely don't think size is going to play a factor in this fight. I just feel like Jermell Charlo got to beat Jermell Charlo on that night. And if you watch that fight with John Ryder and Canelo, you can see the decline. Did you get to see that fight?
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
What do you think? Did you see any decline in Canelo?
I see him fighting regular, but I know that it's almost time for him to hang the gloves up. Ryder, I mean, yeah, he swole Ryder up pretty bad. Yeah, he got him good, but he's still gonna always be a hard puncher. It's just his movement is, you know, I seen that in the last Triple G fight.
Okay.
I seen it way before he fought Ryder, and I really think it's, you know, I don't think he gonna get them other two out the contract. I don't really think it's too many people that really want to fight Errol. Period.
No,
and I'm not disrespecting him. I'm not taking nothing from him, but I call Errol retarded strength. That's what he got.
Yeah.
Ain't no reason for nobody to sit there and trade punches with him.
Yeah, Earl's different, man. People better realize that Earl's different. You know, anybody that get in Ferrari going 85 miles an hour, flip the car, man, and you know what I'm saying, walk away basically with some, you know, cracked teeth and stuff like that, man. There's God giving strength right there, because that's all God, you know what I'm saying? So I believe, man, that God got plans for him, and ain't no man gonna stand in the way of that. That's just how I see it. You know what I'm saying? There's a fight. I'm gonna ask you about this fight. Do you keep up with Monster anyway and Cool Boy Fulton? That fight's coming up, and I think it's around the same time as Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. But it's a big fight, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people have Monster rated as #1 pound-for-pound fight in the world. I don't think he's fought enough people for me to put that title on him. But what do you think about that fight?
I like Fulton, but I don't really watch him like that. I mean, because I call him a plain fighter. He's a plain fighter. He wanna hit, but don't get hit, and he ain't got no competition up yet.
You're right. His competition level has been low, and that's what I was saying about Monster. Monster's best win came against Donaire, which it was an older version of Donaire. Donaire was a good fighter, but it was an older version. So I really don't put a lot of you know, really just a lot of belief in what he can do at this moment. Now, if he beats Fulton, I'll give him all the credit in the world. Or vice versa. Whoever wins that fight to me, hey, I'll have him ranked in my top 10 pound for pound, but I'm still not going to put neither one of them #1. It's just not been enough work done. But before we get out of here, I want to ask you about, about what did you think about Jared Big Baby Anderson? A lot of people saying he got exposed. How do you feel about that?
Man, first of all, Martin is just not a regular fighter.
Right, man.
He's smooth, he's smart, he a big dude, and he know how to 1-2 you. Yep. He already knew what was gonna go down. He been watching him for a minute. I didn't hear Martin say it. Martin is a good fighter. I think he need about 4 more tune-ups before he can call him a big name out. Because if you fight somebody like Fury or Deontay Wilder, you're going to sleep.
Right. He definitely going to sleep. And that's what I was saying. People are not really giving Martin the respect that he deserves. You know what I'm saying?
That's because he got knocked out. He got knocked out by Deontay Wilder. So they saying that everybody been knocked out by Deontay Wilder.
I think it was Luis Ortiz knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember what him and Wilder fight, but I know Luis Ortiz, King Kong knocked him out. You know, it was a real tough fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You remember now I think Wilder knocked out Bermain, what's his name, Stervain or whatever his name is, and I think it might be who you talking about. But I can't remember Charles Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, him and Luis King Kong Ortiz had a great fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he got caught, and that's what happens sometimes. You get caught. But I also knew that I felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Jared Big Baby Anderson. I'm not gonna call him a hype job or any of that right now. He's only had what 14, 15 fights. You know, that's not a lot of fights when you think about it. And he's 23 years old. And the dude can switch hit. He can go left, right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to say, you know what I'm saying, let's give him a little more time. Let's wait till he has like 20 fights up on his belt. before we start saying, well, he's just a hype job. Because a lot of people saying because he trains with Shakur Stevenson is the only reason that he gets a lot of the, publicity that he gets. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to see what happens. Dude got, you know what I'm saying? He's still young and got a career ahead of him. But I just hope the best for him.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate you joining me this morning, man. And like I said, I love this box. I know you love it. We're going to keep doing this thing. And, man, let y'all know, man, my cousin, man, Hatch got it. Y'all check him out, man. Let everybody know your channels and what you're doing.
Man, I'm on YouTube, Lil Hatchet, aka Hatch Gotti the Dapper Don, man. Facebook is Prince Gotti and Hatch Gotti. And on Instagram is Gotti.p, man. Y'all holla at me. Appreciate you, cuz. I love you, man.
Love you, man. Salute.